Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be drawing a screaming raindrop. It's been raining the last 2 days, and all I could think of was what it must like to feel like a raindrop falling from the sky. Ah! And splat. Okay, so I thought it was kind of a funny drawing. So we're going to draw the raindrop, and there we go. So get your papers, pens, pencils, whatever you have to draw with today, and we're going to get started. Now, a raindrop is really simple to make, not hard at all. We're going to make a pretty good one. We're not going to make it up and down. We're going to try to make it sideways. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a sideways like letter C. Okay, so I'm going to start by making a letter C, starting with a pencil. All right, there's my sideways C. Okay, now, all right, and then I'm going to make it up to a point. So I'm going to make a little tiny dot where I'm going to finish it. So what I'm going to do is from this corner right here is I'm going to come in a little bit, make a little hill, a little valley, and then come up. All right, same thing over here. It's going to come in and then up. So it makes a little, almost like a light bulb shape. Comes in and like that. So there you go. A letter C. All right, comes a little hill and then a little valley and then to a point. Okay, make it till you feel like you're happy. All right, I like that, came out a little bit better. That matches that over there. Then I can erase my lines later before I start coloring. Okay, so we're gonna put some action lines in here in a second with our marker. We're not gonna bother making them with pencil. We don't have to. So next, the eyes. I'm going to make some ovals for eyes. I'm going to put 2 large ovals because his eyes are bulging out of his head. So there's one. And then I'm going to put another one really close to it. Touching. All right. 2. All right. And then I'm going to make a letter D. But it's going to be backwards. Okay, see the letter D backwards? Now, coming out of the mouth here is going to be a wavy line. It's going to start right in the middle and wave all the way to the outside like that. Now, we're going to start again over here. It's going to be a little bit skinnier. As we get to the end, it's going to get fatter. Okay. All right. Now the eyeballs. He's looking down at the ground because he feels like he's got to see where he's going to land. So I'm going to put 2 small circles on the bottom over here. 1, 2. And they're touching the bottom of that circle. All right. So that's pretty much the drawing. Now the fun part is going to be the coloring. All right. So, and right in the middle of the tongue, I want to put a little wavy line too, so that little split that's in the tongue. I'm not going to put it all the way down, just in the middle there. All right. So let's get our marker or crayon or whatever you want to do. If you want to do an outline, it doesn't have to be black. You could do a dark blue outline instead of doing black, but I'm going to use a black Sharpie, and here we go. Drawing nice and slow. When I get to my tongue, I'm going to stop and then jump over. Okay, but it's easier to come down. So I'm going to come down rather than go up. So I'm going to come down and stop at the tongue and jump over. Okay, let's trace that letter D. Going to come up, jump over the tongue. What's cool about water is like we need it so bad. All right, but we never have to worry about replacing it because we live in a closed system. The water just keeps regenerating. It's a lot of work, you know, it uses a lot of energy, but it comes from the ocean. Rain comes from the ocean, drops it down. We use it, keeps it in our reservoirs and our wells, and then Mother Earth recycles it for us, and we get to use it again and again and again and again. The only thing we waste is we waste energy by using a lot of water. So make sure you shut your faucets off when you're brushing your teeth and not leave the hose running when we don't have to. All right, and I'm gonna make 1 circle. Now what I'm gonna do with this one, I'm gonna do a little bit differently than this one I did over here. All right, you can see this one here. I made a separation to the eyeballs. This one I'm gonna do a little bit different. I like to change it up every time. So this one I'm going to connect these 2 circles like this. See how this one looks. See if it looks any different. All right. And then I'm going to make my two pupils. All right. I'll make the other one. This one might come out better than the last one because I have some experience. Okay, and then I'm going to make another mirror circle around it. This is going to be for the iris. 1 and 2. Okay, then my little wiggly line in the end. When I get to the end, I'm going to flick it. So it makes a little point. All right, I think that's definitely different than that one. This one's a little bit chubbier. Maybe there's a group of raindrops coming down. Okay, now I'm going to put a little action lines with my marker. I'm going to make little curved lines. And I'm not going to go crazy. All right, I'm going to make some because his tongue is sticking out and maybe it's waggling. Okay, and coming out of his eyes, I'm going to make a few action lines. Give me some small, tiny little circles. He's traveling so fast. He's losing rain on the way down, losing water. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and put a few flick lines. Now they're going to go in the sideways direction because he's traveling that way. So I'm going to take my marker and then just flick. All right, I'm going to be random. I'm not going to put them in order, and I'm going to move around my paper a little bit. And they're different sizes. And then just maybe a couple on the bottom here. All right, now it looks like he's following this way. All right, well, that's about done. So now I'm going to do the fun part, which I like to do is color. So I'm going to get my eraser, hiding my eraser, and then I'm going to get rid of all this ugly pencil that I don't need. Quickly. All right. Again, you can watch this and speed it up, slow it down, watch the video first, and then go back and do it again. Again, this is one you could add little tiny baby raindrops in the background, or even change it. Make it your own. Maybe this raindrop has a mustache or a beard, or maybe he's wearing glasses. It could be your own personal raindrop. Now, again, this is going to be really super simple, so I don't need a lot of crayons. All I need is just a couple. I'm going to find my blue. All right, now when I do my blue, I just kind of test it on the side of my paper. Make sure I got the right one that I like. Let's try this one right here. Okay, that one's pretty light. That one's a little bit too light. That looks like a good raindrop color right there. So I'm going to be very careful and just lay a light tone in here. Okay, I'm doing a curved stroke. It's a raindrop, it's round, so I want to make sure that I'm doing curved strokes. And then I'm going to kind of come into a point, and then I'm going to follow that point like a triangle. Taking my time. Hope you guys doing well. It's pretty dreary right now. It's a good day to learn a new card game or something. Read a book. Okay. Stay away from the TV if you can. Don't watch too much news. All right. It's going to be over pretty soon and everything's going to be back to normal. And we're going to be back in class, but not before we have a nice, warm, hot summer. Lots of swimming and activities. Okay, so I put a little bit of blue in there. Now I'm going to come in just on the outside edges. I'm going to make it a little bit darker. I'm going to come and put a second coat. Again, I'm doing it in a curved fashion. Now, if I wanted to, I could have been really fancy and left a white in there and made like a shiny, sparkly raindrop. But I'm not going to spend too much time coloring because I want you to do your own. And maybe it's from another planet and the raindrops aren't blue. Maybe they're green. Now this part in here, I'm going to press a little bit darker. He's at blue eyes because he's a blue raindrop. Again, you could make your eyes a different color if you wanted to. All right, and now I'm going to take that same blue just to make I'm going to go over my little flecks. And again, I'm flicking this too. You see that? I'm not worried about being exactly on it. I'm going to flick that too, and these little things here. Just a little color. All right, now I'm gonna go back to my red. I need a red tongue. So I think this is wild strawberry, which is kind of like a light pink. I'm gonna come in, just add a light pink first. I'm not worried about coloring every little bit because I want some of that white to show through in my paper. That's gonna make my tongue look a little bit like it's wet. So I'm not gonna, and you can see I'm going in a sideways direction, a diagonal. So I don't want to, I don't want to go up and down. I want to go in the direction the tongue is sticking out of his mouth. Okay, the end part, I'll round it off and then down that way. Okay, now I'm gonna find my red. And at the beginning of the tongue, I'm gonna get almost as dark as my red will go, my red. And the bottom part of the tongue is gonna be a little bit darker than the upper part, because it's underneath the tongue. And I'll put some, again, going with the direction of the tongue. Now I'm trying to push even so I get some blending in here. Push easy with your crayons. You can almost blend them with pastels. It just takes some practice and technique. We've talked about this before. We've done it before. We can do it again. All right, so that raindrop's looking pretty good. And I think the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of black inside my eyes, and I'm gonna leave a little tiny white spot in there. I'll put 2 circles, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'll color all the rest of that. Now this is a really good Sharpie. It's got a nice point on it, so I'm trying to be gentle with it because I like those sharp points to draw with. I don't like a point it's not pointy. I like a pointy point. So there we go. That looks good. And then I'm gonna color the mouth. Now instead of using this Sharpie, I'm gonna grab an older one, a thicker one, so I can not waste that point. I always use my markers. I always try to take my time, make nice smooth edges. Okay, see that? Look at that. And then I'll follow that. Okay. I think that's done, besides one little small thing. I'm just gonna find a little tiny piece of blue. I have a piece of bald blue, no hair, no skin, no paper, and I'm gonna start at the bottom, and I'm just gonna take it and push it, lay it sideways, and then just drag it across my paper. Maybe he's landing in a pond. All right, and I'm gonna go 2 sides. Maybe it's gonna be a soft landing, so it won't be as bad as he thinks. All right, so there's my raindrop. I'd like to see your raindrops, so why don't you send them to me when you're done. I hope you're being kind, you're being happy, safe, and learning something new. Be helpful around the house, guys. All right, take care. Hope you're doing well. Oh, last thing last. We gotta make sure you sign our artwork. I'll always sign our artwork on the bottom, nice and neat. Put your name and then the date. All right, sorry about that. Take care, guys. See ya.